and welcome back. Today is Friday, December 26th. I have your 4 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. We get a 9-game NBA slate post-Christmas. How you follow up that Christmas Day NBA slate. We get 9-game slate. We get 2 Amazon Prime games, and I will be at one of the Amazon Prime games. We get the Bulls versus Philly on Amazon Prime. I will be at that game, so let me know down below. Hey, if you're in the Chicagoland area going to the game, I'd say what's up to you guys at the Bulls game, but fun Bulls games. Bulls versus 76ers. Fun NBA slate. We get some high over-under matchups post-Christmas, which is chef's kiss. We love high over-under games. We kick off our slate, Charlotte versus Orlando. 2 fun teams, I would have to say. Charlotte's a very, very fun team. LaMelo Ball, Paolo Banchero, 231 over-under. Orlando, 5.5-point favorite. They just finished doing their out west trip. Now they're home post-Christmas, so this game should be a ton of fun for Orlando in this one. Toronto versus Washington. This one game is a little fugazi, just does not exist in my head. 226 over under. I did see Scotty Barnes got downgraded in this matchup, so definitely keep an eye out for injury news in that. Toronto, 6.5-point favorite. We get Miami versus Atlanta. These two teams only will put up points. 249 over under. Atlanta, 2.5-point favorite. This game should be a ton of fun. I think Bam Adebayo is questionable, so it could be a great wear game, but a 249 over under. This game should be a ton of fun for a same game parlay. We get back down to earth. I think with the lowest over-under on the day, Boston versus Indiana, 221 over-under. Boston, 8.5-point favorite here on the road. Rematch of the big playoff series. Excited to see what Jaylen Brown continues to do post-Christmas break. Again, Amazon Prime game, Philly versus the Bulls, 239 over-under. Chicago, 1.5-point favorite. I do not believe that the Bulls should be favorited in this game, but watch the Bulls not meet my expectations in this game. We get Milwaukee versus Memphis, 227 over under. Memphis at 5.5-point favorite. We get Phoenix versus the Pelicans. This is a tankathon matchup, 239 over under. Massive high over under game. Phoenix 5.5-point favorite here on the road. Detroit versus Utah, the biggest spread on the slate, 243 over under, and it's a minus 10-point spread for the Pistons. Man, this used to be a tankathon game. Now it's the Pistons blowout kind of game. Hey, below Keontae George, maybe he'll have something different for this matchup. And then the end of the night, Clippers versus Portland Trailblazers. This game is on Amazon Prime. 226 over under. Clippers 1.5-point favorite. Kawhi has been balling. His number is pretty high for his over under, but this is a ton of fun. I do know James Harden doesn't really get his over in points against the Trailblazers, so do that knowledge with you want. I got 4 plays here that I absolutely love in today's slate. And before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action and yesterday in the NBA. Ended up going 4-1 in best bets overall yesterday. Stephen Curry should have just done with the comment section play with Micah and I going back and forth in the comment section. We were rode Cooper Flag, so I appreciate you with the Cooper Flag lean on that, and he even hit 25-plus points. Wish I made that my play instead of Stephen Curry, who finished with 23 overall. He didn't shoot the ball really well, but everyone else clear and sweat-free. Well, no, Kevin Durant was pretty sweaty. It went into the fourth quarter in that, but all the other ones were pretty sweat-free. Jalen Brunson, he was incredible. Stephon Castle, he was incredible. KD just got 25-plus points, and then Jamal Murray, that late-night game was chef's kiss. That's how you end a Christmas Day slate of games after a few lackluster ones. Overtime game, Jokic putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers, but that was an incredible slate of games. But today's a brand new day, and before we jump, I don't even know what I was about to say there. And let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, going to be in the Charlotte-Orlando Magic matchup, 231 over under. Orlando, 5.5-point favorite. And Paolo Banchero has played a few bad games in a row, and nothing cures your shooting woes like returning home and playing in a great matchup. So give me Paolo Banchero to score 25-plus points, coming minus 134 on DraftKings. He has an amazing matchup. The Hornets, they allow the second most points to the power forward position. The Hornets, these last 15 games, allow the 4th most points to the power forward position. And then the Hornets, these last 7 games, allow the 2nd most points to the power forward position. And Paolo, he's kind of played well in this matchup in games prior. 2 for his last 4, with the last 4 games against Charlotte. He's had 32, 24, 32, and 20 in the most recent matchup against Charlotte. Only 2 for his last 5, averaging 21.4 points per game. With the last few games, he's coming off of his worst game shooting-wise. He had a 12-point game in the most recent game, 8 shots in that game, which is crazy. Only 8 shots for a man that was averaging 17 field goal attempts per game. I think today he bounces back in a massive way here because he plays great at home. Over 3 for his last 5 home games, averaging 3 for his last 5 home games, averaging 21.6 points per game. I think he's had a few low lights in there, but 3 for his last 5 overall. Charlotte, they allowed the 26th most points in front of the net, so those little 2K hot zones. Charlotte, they struggle at the rim, and Paolo Banchero takes 42% of his shots at the rim, so he has a nice little 2K hot zone coming into this matchup. I have him projected here at 27 plus points here. Power forwards versus Charlotte have had some massive games. Chris Middleton, 16. Dean Wade, 14. Tobias Harris, 16. Jalen Johnson, 43. Dean Wade again, 14. Zach Collins, 16. P. Will, 16. Josh Hart, 15. And Scotty Barnes, 30-point game. Charlotte, they allowed the second most points to the power forward position, and I think Paolo Banchero gets back on track after a few lackluster games in a row. I think it's been 3 straight unders for him. I think today he breaks that streak, so give me Paolo Banchero to score 25 plus points, coming to -134. On DraftKings, jumping to my second play in this Atlanta versus Miami matchup, 249. Over under this game will be pace, 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 pace. And Trae Young, he's looked incredible since returning from injury, and he has a great matchup here, high over-under game, and I think Trae Young continues this hot streak returning from injury. It's going to be Trae Young, Ice Trae, to go over 32.5 points, assists, coming -108. On DraftKings, Miami, they allow the 9th most points, the 6th most assists, and the 9th most threes to the point guard position these last 15 games. Miami, on the season, allowed the 5th most assists and the 4th most threes to the point guard position. So overall, a great matchup for Trae Young, who's been great in this matchup in prior games. 4 for his last 7 against Miami, averaging 34 points assists per game. With the last 2 games against Miami, he had 41 and 40 points assists in the most recent games overall. 65% hit rate last season. Well, before I jump to that, let's talk about the most recent games. My bad. Over 3 for his last 5 games overall, averaging 28.8 points assists. With the last 5 games he's had 38, 7. In that 7 points assist game, he only played 7 minutes in that game. Then 18, only played 20 minutes in that game. And then the last 2 games, he's had 44 and 47 in the most 2 recent games, playing 26 and 31 minutes. The last 2 games, minutes have gone up from 26 to 31, which we love, more playing time. And when Trae Young last season played 26 plus minutes in a game, he got the over 65% of the time. So I love that. Overall, 63% hit rate to opposing point guards this season for the Miami Heat. So they're struggling with point guards all season in this category. Miami Heat allows the 26th most straightaway threes, those 2K hot zones from beyond the arc, and Trae Young takes 31% of his shots from beyond the arc. So he has a great 2K hot zone coming into this matchup here. I have him projected at 34 points assists in this game, 249 over under. This is going to be a game where Trae Young thrives in pushing pace, and he's looked great returning from injury. Last 2 games, 44 and 47 points assists. Last 2 against Miami, 41 and 40 points assists. And point guards versus Miami have had some massive games. Quickly, 25. Brunson, 55. Derek White, 39. Demon, 15. Jamal Schned, 18. Suggs, 24. Russ, 22. Suggs again, 27. And Ryan Nembhard recently had 28 points assists. So I think Trae Young is going to thrive in this fast-paced game. It's going to be Ice Trae to go over 32.5 points assists, coming -108. On DraftKings, jumping to my third play. Next 2 plays will be in this Bulls 76ers game. Going to be at the game, so might as well throw a few legs out there for this one, and I'm going to a man we've been taking his overs at home all season. We're getting 17.5 rebounds, assists this game. High over-under matchup, 239 over-under. I think this could be a prime on Amazon Prime matchup for Josh Giddey to maybe even flirt with the triple-double. So give me Josh Giddey, the Giddler, to go over 17.5 rebounds, assists, coming -112 on FanDuel. Philly, they allow the 4th most rebounds and the 9th most assists to the point guard position. Philly, these last 15 games, allowed the 2nd most rebounds to the point guard position. And Philly, these last 7 games, allowed the 8th most rebounds to the point guard position. So they've been struggling versus rebounding point guards, and Josh Giddey has thrived in this matchup, going over 3 for his last 4, averaging 21 rebounds, assists in his last 4. Last 4 against him, he's had 18, 17, 22, and 27 in the most recent matchup. Last 2 this season against them, averaging 31.5 potential assists and rebound chances. We love that. Last 5 games, he's had 12, 22, 13. And then 21 and 26 rebounds, assists in the most recent games, averaging 30.8 rebounds and assists chances per game. We love that 67% hit rate this season, averaging 18.4 rebounds, assists. Same hit rate at home, 67% hit rate at home, averaging 18.8 rebounds, assists at home. Philly is 24th in the league defending transition buckets, and we know the Chicago Bulls team, they love to run in transition, leading by Josh Giddey, and Josh Giddey loves to run in transition too. I have him projected here at 21 rebounds, assists in this game, and point guards versus Philly have had some massive rebounds, assist games overall. Brandon Williams, 7. Brunson, 15. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 13. Andrew Nembhard had 12. Luka, 26. Ryan Rollins, 13. Nickeil Alexander-Walker again, 15. Demon, 14. And Suggs, 16 rebounds, assists. High over-under matchup. Philly on the season allows the 4th most rebounds and the 9th most assists to the point guard position. 3 for his last 4 overall, with the last 2 having 22 and 27 rebounds, assists. I think the Giddler has another great game, so give me Josh Giddey to go over 17.5 rebounds, assists, coming minus 112. On FanDuel, he could even triple-double in this game. I think he triple-doubled last time they played, and the last time they played, this man was still returning from an injury, and I think today's the day. He's had a few straight games of 30-plus minutes, and that's Joel Embiid. I think Embiid has his game here, so give me Joel Embiid to score 25-plus points, coming at plus 122, or plus, 122. On FanDuel, the Bulls, they allow the 7th most points to the center position on the season, so he has a great matchup here overall, and he loves playing the Bulls. 3 for his last 4 against Chicago, averaging 30.5 points in those games. But the most recent game, he only had 20 points, but in that most recent game, he only played 25 minutes in that game. These last 5 games here, he's had 12 where he played less than 25 minutes, then 16, 39, 22, and 27. These last 4 games, he's played 30-plus minutes, so he's getting more run these last few games, which we love. 75% hit rate last season when he played 30-plus minutes in a game, averaging 27.1 points per game. In the last 3 against Chicago, when he played 30-plus minutes, he's averaged 3 for his last 3, averaging 34 points per game. He has dominated this Bulls team, with those games him having 40, 31, and 31 in those 3 games. Chicago is 25th versus the pick and roll man, and Embiid gets 20% of his shots in that roll action, so he has a great action play in this one. And Chicago, they allow the 30th most points in front of the net, so the 2K hot zone right underneath the rim. They allow the 30th most points at the net, and Joel Embiid takes 35% of his shots in front of the net, so he has a great matchup here. Overall, I have him projected at 26-plus points in this game. Bulls, they struggle down low against the big men, and I think Joel Embiid has a great game. So give me Joel Embiid to score 25-plus points, coming at plus 122 on FanDuel. And those are my 4 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, let me know down below what's your best bet in this NBA slate. A fun slate overall, and it's a good one. We got Joel Embiid 25-plus points, Josh Giddey over 17.5 points, Trae Young over 32.5 points, assists, and Paolo Banchero at 25-plus points on the day. Fun 9-game NBA slate. And if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe. Makes me know you like the content. And while you're down there, let me know what's your best bet in the NBA. I always love tailing you guys in the comment section. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Friday. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.